anyways, today's episode we'll talk about Raw, NXT SmackDown, NXT Stand Deliver predictions, Wrestlemania 41 match predictions, AEW news, TNA news, WWE news, NFL news, March Madness finale, NBA playoffs. I think we're predicting everything, and then we're predicting everything. I think all the matches are up to date since yesterday or Sunday.
Yes.
Before making this video.
They're up to date of Monday. I updated everything today.
Okay. Monday, April 14th. It's been updated. Nope. But yeah. Today's bad, not bad.
Birthday cake.
Anyways, starting off with Raw. Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley contract signing. The end of the Brawl, where Io Sky installed.
Yep.
How do you feel about that?
I was kind of upset. I'm kind of upset with what they're doing with Io. I feel like she needs to be involved in this way more.
I mean, I get what they're doing with it though. Because really, how to say this? I feel like this match is more of a way to start a bigger feud than start. Because really, as everyone's saying, there's two big money matches right now that there is a WWE.
Yeah.
Jade versus Bianca. Bianca versus Rhea. Just one-on-one matches. I think either we're getting both those this year. I'm predicting that for sure.
Yeah.
I think Jade versus Naomi will determine when we get that match. I think if it's a good match, Jade does good, you get that match at SummerSlam. If it doesn't do good, you get that match at Mania.
Yeah.
And whoever one doesn't get Jade versus Bianca gets Rhea versus Bianca. And two nights SummerSlam and WrestleMania, both arguably biggest show. So
100%. Yeah.
I don't think I only see anyone complaining about when this match happens. My problem is it's getting kind of repetitive. It's just Jade and Bianca. It's Rhea and Bianca just arguing. One of them accidentally pushing Io slapped both of them. I mean, I guess we'll see where we stand on this match.
Yeah. I kind of am surprised that Bianca's the heel in this. Because she's like the most justified in all of this.
But one thing we've seen recently in WWE, just because you're right doesn't mean you're the company, the fans like you.
Yeah.
KO. It's the best of the show. He was not wrong at all.
Yeah.
Karrion Kross, he was not wrong. He's not wrong at all.
He has never been wrong. Yeah.
Cena, for the most part.
Yeah.
His
fans.
His reasons for it, not wrong. All of them are heels. I mean,
yeah.
And really, I think they were trying to make Rhea the heel in it.
Yeah. But she's too beloved by the fans.
But the fan, I think the problem is that we started this feud following the European shows.
Is that
they're not like biased or anything. They're biased. They just boo what they don't like. And I think just Bianca was just the one that felt good on that.
Yeah.
So they just making her the heel because she was the one doing it. But it really should be Rhea.
Yeah.
It not be Rhea. Honestly, I could see them like both. Honestly should be both Bianca and Rhea because they're good in the face.
I agree with that. Rhea's obviously going to be the face of this stuff.
Yeah. I can't imagine Rhea would be good.
Yeah. Well, we had it last year.
I know. But I just can't imagine. I don't know why.
It's probably because she's too much beloved now. Like her spotlight has spotlight.
She's just always smiling. And always happy. I just can't picture her.
Yeah. Like she was even smiling as a heel.
I know. I think I've got it all out of the straight to getting to that tonight. So
yeah.
Okay. Anyways, Judgment Day talked about their IC title match at Mania. Liz says she doesn't think it matters which one of them wins. you guys don't know, it is official. It is Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah.
And again, can't really talk about this much without getting in who we want to win, who we think's going to win, scores with that. So just wait and see what we got. And guys,
Yeah.
what we think the eyes match. And hey, if you guys think different from us, just
let us
send in your
know.
hot take.
Yeah.
Wrestlemania hot take. Let's see what we got, guys. Why Valkyria beats Bayley to retain the women's IC title off the roll up. I don't know. Like,
I didn't really like the roll up angle.
I don't just understand what's happening.
Because, yeah.
Because we were supposed to, not supposed to, but everyone thought we did Bayley versus Roxy. Because that was just teased so much. There's like stuff on Raws, on NXT's. But now Roxy's not even making any of the cards.
Well, kind of.
As of, anyways.
Because they said something about it on NXT.
Well, NXT's happening, so we don't know what's happening. So, we'll see. What else? It's like, and then we thought she was gonna get there, it was gonna be just a triple threat, and she was gonna get at the ladder match. But then there's been hints at a tag team between the two. And I think it's official that they're in the ladder, not the ladder match, the gauntlet match, or
There, it's official, yeah.
same like that. Yeah. That's my problem with the ice, like, the both the big card titles. I was like, I love they added it, but I didn't like what they added to,
I feel like there should have only been one to start with.
and just make it cross branded.
Yeah.
Because problem is, they just don't know how to like treat the women well and how to do it well. Because I find the women just they don't know how to treat like mid card titles for long periods of time.
Because Braun's really the only good long mid card run that we have.
And he was stale for a little bit. I think not really. Just the icy title is the best just because it's the icy title.
Yeah. Because US title's been stale since
LA Knight's first one.
I would say that was even stale.
The beginning of it.
Yeah. But it got stale in 30 minutes.
Yeah, but it's still like, it wasn't stale for the reason that the rest was stale, because he still had matches all the time. He still could. It just wasn't inconsistent. It was always Andrade, Melo, Kaiser, Melo, Andrade. Like, kept being kind of competitive with who he was facing.
Then Shin just never wrestled.
But that wasn't his fault.
Yeah, it was the booking's fault.
Which, I don't know why we give him the championship this way.
Lose it right away.
I mean, where did he win that?
He won at Survivor Series and lost it on a random episode of SmackDown.
Yeah, it wasn't like really near a feel-good moment. Because it was just Wayne versus Survivor Series.
And it's not even a feel-good moment since he's a heel.
Yeah. Like, it was hometown, makes sense. But it's just, there's no story built to it at all. Speaking of Shinsuke Nakamura, his arch enemy, AJ Styles and Karrion Kross in the backstage, which sets up a match for next week.
Yeah.
Logan Paul is supposed to be in next week, so we'll see how this happens.
Yeah.
I don't know what, like... Okay, hear me out. Logan interferes, costs AJ the match.
That makes sense.
But Logan beats down AJ after the match. Cross helps. You get Cross in AJ's corner for the match. And then when ref's not looking, Cross gets interferes. Then we get a return from something.
But who?
Or whoever's in the I'm just saying, just like in Game of Time Ball, we had a name it with Logan, so I'm just assuming we are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've heard Kyson that, Mr. Beast both be it.
Mr. Beast, please.
The reason I like Kai is because really the only reason they have Kai, I guess he's a big streamer. I guess he also Royal Rumble. Well, I've seen everyone sing, but like my reason like why everyone's saying just because his first two was KSI and Speed, who were also just two very famous black streamers.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the reason we're saying Kai. So I don't really care because I love Kai.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I want to be Omos, but we'll see about that.
Speaking of which, you got Omos himself.
Sorry, Omos El Grande Americano.
You haven't seen it?
No, I've heard. Sorry, if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure El Grande Americano is a little white boy.
I don't know what you're talking about,
A
man.
little white boy from Minneapolis.
No. He's from Texas, he said.
Anyways, American made an El Grande Americano beat LWO after El Grande Americano had metal in his mask.
Yeah.
But not the story.
I do not.
I did not, yeah. And I think it was official that we're never mind. Afterwards, Rey Mysterio wants a match against El Grande Americano. So Chris makes it official for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this match. Because as of right now, there's no stipulation.
Yeah.
But even with stipulation, I don't know how. Just because it's one-on-one.
This kind of feels like, Ray always has a weird match every year, I feel like. Like last year it was, Santos and Dom versus him and Andrade. Now it's him versus a newcomer in El Grande Americano.
But, I mean, for storyline wise, like, I'm trying to get a storyline perspective, because right now I'm assuming they're going to say it's Mask vs. Mask. Yeah, to next week with Channel Blog or something.
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I don't either.
Because, like, either we get. Because then it's just Squirrels who's going to win. It's just going to be, Reagan.
Yeah, because they don't want him to lose his mask. Or hands out his mask.
But then it kind of loses the fact that Chad Gable is doing all of this to be a future.
Yeah.
Because I don't see him playing the mask into things.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't really know how unless Chad wins, takes it off the celebration.
Ooh. Maybe.
Or
Yeah,
Ray just rips it out, like takes it off, and then the other team is back to the and it's built up. But guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Did you still catch an emotional promo on Yuka in the ring about how he was not scared of Yuka anymore?
Yeah.
Felt like Roman versus Jay.
No,
No, it's like
Oh, SummerSlam. Yeah, that's a better one.
not great match.
Yeah. Good, fantastic match.
What was it? That wasn't Bloodline.
It was
Tribal Combat.
Tribal Combat. Oops. Is that the only tribal? No, we had Netflix. Or Solo versus.
That was Bloodline.
That was Bloodline?
Yeah. The other Tribal Combat one was
That was the only one?
Roman Solo versus Usos. That one.
Oh, that was?
That was Tribal Combat.
Oh.
Yeah. Wait. Who was that?
Yeah, because Bloodline Rules was WrestleMania 40. That was the first one. Yeah.
But I don't remember if it was.
I think it was.
What was?
wouldn't say Jimmy, but no, he is just Jimmy 101.
I mean, please something about it.
Yeah.
New Day versus War Raiders for the tag titles ends in DQ. New Day attacked them with Chris after match.
Yeah.
Later on in the night, it makes it official that this is gonna happen anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Yay.
Two tag titles. No one wanted the tag titles. No one wanted defending it. Maybe.
Yeah, every single title being defended at Mania except the one that we wanted is devastating.
I mean, even if you mid cartel one being defended as a right.
Yeah. That's just sad.
But like, really, we had no story for this one. Besides this was really making the story. I think.
It would have made more sense if it was announced on this Monday.
Yeah. But also, I don't know how I like this view either of them announcing them on social media first.
Yeah, I hate it, honestly.
Which, for some of the matches, I like what Nick Aldis did. Kind of spoiling SmackDown a little bit.
Yeah.
He came out. Was this on the show or was it
What?
like, who cares? Nick Aldis was on Instagram and said that it's a like street fight match against Priest and Drew.
Yeah, he said that on the show. I just forgot to put it.
Okay. He said he said that on Instagram first, promoting SmackDown. So it's like that one makes sense, but like having a lot of because I think this is one of the matches. Penta won the match, and another match that just got announced on social media, not on.
That was the one. Yeah.
Like for some like. I don't even know what I like. They did it with.
They did it with, right. No, they didn't do it with right.
It's like I get for some, but like a lot of them, the stipulation I like that. It's like that makes like it doesn't even matter.
They're just changing the stipulation on that.
Like New Day one, I guess it kind of I don't really care for that. Anyways, but like the Penta one,
Penta one should have been on the show
yeah. Especially them having a match like
that night. Yeah. Because it was done, right?
Dom's Penta.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Dom versus Penta. Ends with Penta beating Dom. Carlito gets murdered by Braun Breaker.
Oh my
And
god.
arguably one of the greatest spears of all time.
No, the greatest spear of all time.
One of the greatest spears of all time.
Yeah.
But yeah. Then Finn Balor attacks Breaker.
Yeah.
Then can't really talk about this match without.
Really dig into it. Which we'll do during the wrestling.
Yeah. Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins promo where CM Punk makes the save for Paul. Seth almost stops him, but stops and says, "You owe me one."
Oh, you owe me one.
Now, I've seen a lot of different people are very iffy about what his favorite is.
Don't be in the mat, Paul.
I think that's what it could be for him, but also everyone's saying it's going to be Paul doing Seth. Their personalities don't match. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And I'm with a lot of the other people in this. We're saying the match we're building to is Roman versus Paul.
Yeah.
And to have that match in full form, Paul needs to be good at that.
Just doesn't make sense for Seth to be gone
Yeah.
with Paul.
It just doesn't like Paul's character is more. I don't know. If it was like Owen Seth, then yeah, I guess it makes sense. Or even Shield Seth.
Yeah.
Or like this version of Seth. I don't see it. Besides that, I don't know what else his favorite could be.
Yeah.
Unless it's just being, like I could see it being he wants a match against Jay, but I don't see them wanting to have Seth just take a loss like that. Because they're Yeah. So it's important.
Yeah.
But also, it's the same one with we waited like weeks and months for punks, and it was just
I
always
swear.
my point.
I swear, if it's just them getting added to Cody's cinematic, I'm gonna get my. So yeah, I just don't like adding them to Cody Cena match just doesn't make sense.
This is my logic.
Mm-hmm.
With everything that's up with KO, if they don't add Randy into the match, I don't see them adding Punk, Seth, or them in the match.
Yeah.
Also, as of right now, makes no sense for Seth to be one part of it. Because as of last, Seth was on good terms with Cody. Seth was on good terms-ish with Cena.
Yeah.
Like, yes, we've seen worse in the past than just turning. But with Seth and Cody, their dynamic is, like, so special that you can't just really throw it together. It has to, like, they carefully place it together that they do.
Yeah.
Since that was Cody's first match back in WWE. Was Seth. So they're so, like, careful with how they do those two together. And they've done it perfectly so far. But we're not going to see last year Seth put everything on the line to help Cody just for Seth to turn on Cody for no reason. With what, like, yes, you could say he teamed with Roman. He has the right to. But, like, so has Sammy. So has KO. Not KO. So has...
LA Knight?
Yeah. And he's still cool with all of them. So it's like... I don't know. But we'll just have to wait and see.
So let's get on to NXT. Jordan Grace versus Jada Parker ends in DQ. Then they both get mad at Stephanie Valkyrie and attack her in the ring. Julia makes her return. Then to save Stephanie. And then she says, "I'm sorry," and knocks out Stephanie.
I don't like this. I hate this on. Like, okay. I'm not mad that it happened. I'm mad that it had a belt relinquished for this.
Yeah.
Because they were making it seem like, oh, Julia's out till Backlash for, like, that's... But not even, like, a month after Roadblock, she's back. When really there was no story for the women's title. So you could have just had it off air.
Yeah.
But we relinquished the North American title for it. And we rush a dream match. And we bring her back as... Wait, I like how she's heel. I like that.
Yeah, I do too.
It just... I don't know. It just leaves a sour taste in my mouth with all this, with having the belt getting relinquished. But also, why relinquish the belt if Julius is going to come back the next week?
Yeah. Doesn't make sense at all.
I mean, unless they didn't know Julius was supposed to be back until, like, and this was a last-minute decision. So, I don't know.
I don't feel like this was last minute, though.
If she didn't turn on Stephanie, I would say yes. It wasn't last minute. With her turning on Stephanie. Wait, if she didn't turn on Stephanie, I would think it was last minute. But with her turning on Stephanie, I don't think it's last minute.
Yeah. And they did announce that it will be a fatal 4-way at Stand and Deliver for this matchup.
Against Grace, Parker, Julia, and Valkyrie?
Yep.
God, I just don't like it. Because I don't want any of these four losing.
Yeah.
Julia, like, she, with her having to leave because of injury, she deserves to have a win. To win it back, because she never really needed to lose it.
Yeah.
Valkyrie, she's too much of a star right now to lose it.
And she's held the belt for too short of a time.
Jada Parker, she's the underdog. She deserves it. She hasn't been in a this big of a thing before.
Mm.
And then Jordan Grace is Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
Like, the only way I like can see this happening with me liking it,
Mm.
it ends with something between Julia and
Jordan Grace.
yeah. So they're feuding in the future. One of those two wins. I don't care who.
Mm.
Give it to Julia, I guess. Then Jordan Grace wins it off of her.
Yeah.
Jada Parker loses, but she goes for the North American title and wins that eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And Stephanie gets called up.
Yeah.
I don't want Stephanie to get called up because I think she just thrives better in NXT.
I agree.
If I'm a woman, if I'm looking at WWE and I'm looking to where I want to go, I'm choosing NXT.
Oh, 100%. They have the best women's division right now.
But with Raw and SmackDown, as of right now, the mid-card title is not even getting defended. I think it both would thrive better with Stephanie Valkyrie.
Yeah, because the top titles are like locked for like storylines.
That's why I just don't like the top titles.
Mm.
They're always just locked on certain stories.
Yeah. Like they never have uncertainty.
Which also, like, it's a top title, so, like, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. But they haven't really been doing that with, because Gunther's been having all different opponents, basically.
But Gunther's problem with Gunther is he was never the, like, center point of the feud when he had the big ones. Like, it was always either when the heart of his reign, it was always Priest, Finn, or variation of that. He wasn't the main. That was for Priest and Finn. Jay, this is really, like, this is not a good feud. I mean, it's been better. It's gotten better.
Yeah.
Who else is Gunther?
I believe he's faced Sammy.
Miz.
No, that was his IC.
Yeah.
So Sammy, Priest, Balor, and Jay.
Randy,
that's correct. So that's 5 people.
yeah. Which, like, I guess, but...
It's more than Cody.
But Cody's also... The thing is with Cody, he doesn't have that many matches, doesn't defend that many people.
Mm-hmm.
But every match has been good.
Cody's had more title defenses than Gunther.
Yeah. But Cody's also just has the... I think... Since WrestleMania Hollywood, I think Cody's had the best reign from a champion.
I would agree with that.
Looking at storylines, matches, how it's been promoted, and the storylines it's always been at both the Manias. I think he's had the best title run.
Only one I could disagree with that with is... Are you talking about only world titles?
I'm thinking all titles.
I would say Gunther. Yeah. I would say Gunther's is better. Gunther's IC.
Well, the thing is, Gunther's IC matches were mid.
Whoa.
Not every match. Like, a fair share of them were.
That was before Hollywood, though.
Was it?
Yeah. Because most of his mid-matches were before Hollywood. Then he got into some pretty good programs.
I'm thinking the Gable and Bronson. And then... I don't know. I'm also...
Gable Bronson was Sammy.
You're right. I'm also not one that's Sammy versus Gunther match. So it's also just...
Yeah, I didn't like that match. But I'm talking about, how I think it was Gunther Sheamus, Gunther Drew, Gunther Chad.
But my argument is, he lost... Okay, Cody won it in one of the greatest matches we'll ever see. He's going to lose it in one of the greatest storylines and heel turns we'll ever see. That KO match at Indy, all bias aside, was one of the best ladder matches we've seen in recent years. His feud with Kevin Owens shaped a whole new kind of storyline we haven't even seen before. Used social media to its best. KO's heel turn was one of the best heel turns we've seen in modern ages because of the use of social media.
Yeah.
His AJ matches were some of the best matches we've seen in recent years. That's it. And him teaming with Roman was also big.
How did we even get here?
I don't know, because we're also on NXT. I don't remember, but...
Oh, we were talking about Stephanie and Hacker on the main roster.
Anyways, Cody Rhodes is the best champion we have right now. Yeah, and Stephanie Valkyrie is the prodigy of him.
Yeah.
Where'd JC Jane's undashing mask go?
Swipe Right try to give Hank and Tank advice backstage, but they do not listen as they are the new kids.
Yeah, taking advice from the people on Evolve.
Calling promo package, where Sean Spears refocuses them to focus on the tag team division and the women's division.
Yay? I'm trying to think of who's in the calling. As the tag team.
It's Nico Vance and the other dude. You know, Josh Briggs' old partner.
Oh.
Brooks Jensen.
Yeah.
Then the woman is Izzy Dame, I think.
Yeah, I don't care about that. They're not winning any titles, promise you that.
Then we had your favorite match, probably, Fraxium beating Swipe Right.
Let's go.
It was a really good matchup, honestly. Of course. Solruka beats Jasmine Nix to qualify for the NXT Women's North American Championship ladder match.
I don't know how I'm feeling about these matches, to be honest. I feel like it's like a worse version from the first ladder match we had for it.
What was it? It was like at the UFC place. Heat Wave?
No, it wasn't Heat Wave. It was another red one.
It
Not
was
Payback.
No Mercy.
No. It's with an S, I'm pretty sure.
Not Stand and Deliver. I'll look it up. But just keep talking.
Yeah, it just feels like a worse version of what we had at the first time. It's like, really? I have to look at who was in the match, but I don't, like... Before, it was like a cute... Like, we wanted everyone to win. This one, I don't know who's going to win. Speaking of who we wanted to win, where's Michin been? She's been gone for a while.
She's on SmackDown.
I know, but she's like... Just disappeared after the Chelsea feuds.
She was on literally last week.
Was she?
Mm-hmm.
What'd she
and
do?
She was on this week as well.
Was she?
Yeah.
No.
Jordan Grace won at Battleground.
Battleground, that's what it was. I was
Yeah,
wrong.
definitely started with an S, Blake.
Where?
And this.
Oh.
Then after that Solruka match, we had Javon promo about how nobody has listened to him about Dark State and how now they're all going to pay the price for it.
I don't know. I felt like before Trick was the leader.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're swerving away from Trick being the leader. One think Javon's the leader.
Imagine it's just Oba.
I'm about to say, I feel like I'm about to be Oba. But also, I don't think it's going to be anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the white boy sucks in that group. I don't know what his name is. He's the worst one in the group.
Cutler?
Sure. Worst one in the group.
Not Dion, right?
No.
You know Dion.
Yeah.
It's not Dion or Saquon.
The white boy. I don't
Cutler,
care.
I think is his
White
name.
boy.
Jay Cutler. No, that's a quarterback.
Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush. The Calling beat Hank and Tank. Yeah. Then Ricky Sane's promo interrupted by Lexus King, Eddie Thorpe, and Wesley, and they all talk about how they want the title. Then Ethan Page jumps him from behind, and they all grab the title. And then they all brawl about it, and it is official that there will be a fatal four-way between the four to determine who faces Ricky Saints at Stand and Deliver.
Is Eddie Thorpe ex-AEW?
Believe so.
I really wish it was Sean instead. And we got Sean in this. And so it's just the four.
Wait, Wait, Eddie's not former.
Yeah, Sean gets in it instead of Eddie, so it's just a big fatal 4-way between AEW.
And the winner faces next AEW.
I want to say and deliver, to be honest.
The fatal 4-way?
Yeah.
Or 5-way, I guess.
Yeah. Just we have a big F you to AEW.
Yeah.
Wait, it's only triple. It's only triple.
No, fatal.
Ethan Page.
Wesley.
King. Oh, Wesley. I didn't see Wesley.
Yeah, he's definitely AEW.
Oopsies. Wait, it's only. No, you're right. No, come on, keep going.
Wesley then has a match and beats Yoshiki Inamura after Josh Briggs accidentally made Yoshiki fall from the top rope.
This is the heel turn we've been wanting, guys.
Yoshiki Inamura on Josh Briggs.
Yep.
Then Izzy Dame beats Ren Sinclair to qualify for the NXT Women's North American title ladder match.
Promise you, Izzy Dame's not winning.
She is not winning. She is the least probable winning. Hank and Tank are upset backstage about losing, but the Street Profits then tell them about a gauntlet match next week that will determine who faces Fraxium at Stand and Deliver.
One thing I hate with NXT.
Too many number one contenders, no storyline.
Not even that. They just have random like ethnic groupings together just for the feel good moment. Like this.
The D'Angelo family.
And then, if you remember all the way back to like, I think it was the 2300 episode.
Yeah.
Where it was just Trick, Jay, and then like Lash Legend and all of them.
No.
I thought it was Lash.
It was Trick, Jay, and Wesley.
I thought there was.
Oh, you're talking about the metaphor. Yep.
Yeah, because they came out because they were having a match after Wesley left. Wait. I don't think Wesley was. Yeah. Okay. Wait.
Wesley
It was arguing with Trick.
Mm-hmm.
It was Jay. They started doing the thing, and then after the match, the metaphor way girls came in.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, why?
And now they got Trick, Oba, and Javon.
But like that's fine. Like okay,
That is fine.
But it's like, it's just them not having matches. Them just to have face to face. Because like, what was the point of Jay being there?
I think it was.
They literally all they did was just say yeet and say whoop that Trick, whoop that yeet. That was really the only thing that was there.
Yeah.
Street Profits really had nothing to do besides their ethnicity.
Well, no. Okay, this is why they were there. Because every single week, Hank and Tank have been being mentored by main roster tag teams. First week it was DIY. Second week it was Motor City Machine Guns. Third week it was Pretty Deadly. Now it's Street Profits.
Yeah, you're telling me we're not getting a fatal 4 between these four?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Then we had Dark State beating Obi Femi, Trick Williams, and Javon Evans after Oba and Trick started fighting and they went up the entrance ramp.
Yay.
Yay. Let's go Dark State.
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Nick Aldis says, and Randy Orton. SmackDown. Nick Aldis and Randy Orton promo interrupted by the Bloodline, who attack. LA Knight makes the save.
Yeah.
Nick Aldis and Randy were basically just like egging each other on to get in the match.
Mm-hmm.
Randy wanted a match, said they're even now because he got an RKO, but it's been paid for in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really know what the Bloodline did. Kind of just told Randy to shut up.
Yeah.
Then LA Knight was just there to be there.
Mm-hmm.
6-woman tag team number 1 contender gauntlet, which Bayley and Lyra win. Go from the 1 seed to the end. So they're facing Liv and Raquel.
Yep.
At Mania. Yay. How do we go from one of the best women's tag team, like the best women's tag team division, to no women's tag team division?
That is crazy.
Because almost all of these people are just random pairings together.
Piper and Alba, they just joined together like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
B-Fab and Meechin,
That's
they've been
new.
teaming for 3 weeks basically.
Lyra and Bayley.
Then Maxine and Natalia. They have never teamed before. before this.
But the thing is, with those two, we've seen interactions with them that's been dated long.
So you could say that same thing about Piper and Alba.
No, but Nat and Maxine has been going on for months. But they never did anything with it, so it's confusing why they just put it onto us.
Well, because they've been talking. Remember, they talked to Alex.
Yeah.
Pierce about it last.
But they didn't have a match before it, which is just like, I don't know
why they're in it.
And we could have someone like PFC No Sonya.
They had PFC in it.
It was.
They were the first team Bailey and Lyra faced. They could have had the Metaphor girls in.
Keep talking.
Or they could have like another team, like the teams that they sent down to NXT. But they kind of broke one up. But they could put like Tatum Paxley and Gigi Dolan in there, since neither of them are projected to be in the NXT Stand-In Delivery match yet.
Also online, Zoe Stark and what's the other one? Sonya, not Sonya. Shayna Baszler have been going on Twitter a lot, talking about how they feel disrespected. How about just like say they don't recognize you till you're gone and stuff. So I really think we're nearing the end of
PFC,
or just them in WWE, which like Shayna and Zoe, both two amazing NXT stars that were just fumbled.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they were only fumbled because they became a tag team.
Because they were great as single stars. Zoe Stark had...
Shayna Baszler was...
Her first year was good.
Yeah.
And Zoe Stark had a great run when she was with Trish Stratus, and then she was with... she then had a title match against Rhea.
Oh, hold up. Breaking news, guys.
Yeah?
Paige Buckers drafted number 1 overall to the Dallas Wings.
Ooh. Okay.
Sorry, just got the notification for that, and had nowhere else to put that in it too, so we're putting it there.
Yeah.
But yeah, my thing with Zoe is just they really never pulled the plug on her because a match between her and Trish was always rumored to be like not rumored. It was kind of focused to be having, which didn't go. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like they just never knew it, and they like threw her into random matches against Rhea when Rhea was champ.
Yeah.
And when Shayna just felt out of place ever since Ronda left. I don't know. And then she just did random NXT appearances, like, I don't know. Honestly, release both of them, I don't really feel like I'm missing
We
one.
don't lose much.
Where'd Shayna go to?
Shayna's probably going to TNA.
I was saying Shayna to AEW, Zoe to TNA.
That would honestly work better, probably, yeah.
Yeah. Drew McIntyre attacks Damian Priest. Drew says he's cleared. Damian comes out, but gets laid out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got laid out twice.
Yeah. That's great.
Great booking.
I don't know why I thought we rhymed, but it was just out twice. DIY complained to Pretty Deadly about the conspiracy against them, and Motor City Machine Guns say they got cheated in last week's match. Like DIY didn't cheat to win them in the first place.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rey Fenix beats Berto after the match. Berto refuses to shake his hand. Santos shakes his hand instead. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say for that.
Yeah.
Chelsea Green loses to Zelina Vega via count out since she was distracted by the Joe Tessitore. Like, this is really what we're doing with our U.S. American champion. Like, really?
Yeah, come on.
Really?
Come on, bro.
As of right now, she's going to have a match at Mania. This is what we're doing to her.
It's so sad.
If this is what gets her a match at Mania, then sure.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
Santos beats Berto backstage. Andrade comes out. Oh, wait, what?
What?
Berates Berto backstage. Andrade comes out after Santos leaves and tries to comfort Berto. Naomi promo package where she wants Jade Cargill for their match at Mania. Jay says she isn't worried.
Mm-hmm.
Cody Rhodes promo about John Cena, where all of the different titles, variations of the world title, are around him.
Yeah, Spinner Belt's there, Bruno's title's there, Winged Eagle's title's there.
I don't know why. Like,
It was really
weird. Tiffany Stratton beats Roxanne Perez. After the match, Tiffany gets attacked by Charlotte Flair. Yay?
Yay?
This is what we're doing with Roxy? Question mark. But okay.
Okay.
LA Knight and Randy Orton beat Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga after the match. Jacob Fatu lays out LA Knight.
Yeah.
As of right now, there's nothing for Randy. I'm assuming we're getting a fatal 4-way.
Solo and Randy.
Because really...
Or it could be a... No, I don't think they're going to add Braun.
No, I really like... I think with the story-wise, it doesn't need Braun. I think you can still do everything fine with... Because I think before the match, it was just Jacob and LA Knight.
Mm-hmm.
I think adding the two doesn't really do anything. You can still do the feud. I think what's going to happen was Solo turning on Jacob or vice versa.
Yeah.
I think you can still do that.
Mm-hmm.
Randy's thrown into a match. Doesn't really need a win. I think I honestly... Actually, I see him winning.
Who?
Randy.
Yeah.
Just for the feel-good moment, and then he's just going to lose at St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
Backlash.
Yeah.
But to who?
Fatu.
I guess. Or LA Knight retains and then loses it to Backlash at St. Louis.
Maybe.
I guess I don't know. I don't really care. Just Randy has the title, the U.S. title at Backlash, just because
Yeah.
Well, that's it for SmackDown. On to NXT Stand and Delivered.
So NXT Stand and Deliver match predictions. So the first match we had is Stephanie Valkyrie versus Julia versus Jordan Grace versus Jada Parker for the NXT Women's Championship.
Jordan Grace.
Julia. Then next we had Fraxium versus the winners of the Gauntlet match for the NXT Tag Team Championships.
Fraxium.
I'm gonna say Hank and Tank win the Gauntlet, and I think they win the titles.
Nah. I do not care. Fraxium's never losing.
Ricky Saints versus the winner of the number one contenders Fatal 4-Way for the NXT North America Championship.
Ricky Saints.
Ricky's retaining. Tony D'Angelo versus a member of Dark State. I'm just predicting that match because they only have like 5 matches on so far, so I'm guessing another match is gonna be added.
Dark State.
Yeah, probably Dark State member. Then I have a Roxy, because Ava said something about Roxy getting a match for it, and she was talking to like 5 other women as well, so I think it's gonna probably be Roxanne and Metaphor versus Fatal Influence.
Okay.
So who you got there?
Roxy.
Okay, yeah, Roxy's team would probably win. Zarya versus Solrika versus Klein Jordan versus Z-Dame versus to be determined. Who do you think the 2 people will be?
No clue, to be honest. I don't remember the other 2 matches.
They haven't announced them yet.
Oh. I don't know. Who is it gonna be?
I'm gonna say Cora Jade and Lullabies, honestly.
I'm fine with that. Maybe throw JC Jane in there.
Yeah.
I don't really care. You said another match. Another match is not official, so I'm throwing her in this one.
Who?
JC Jane.
Her opportunity's over.
Oh my gosh. I don't watch NXT, guys. My fault. I don't care. I have Zarya winning. I don't really pay attention to this.
I got Lola Vice winning.
I have Zarya winning. Zarya's the GOAT.
Okay. Mine might not even be in there. Okay, so yeah, Trick, Oba, and Javon.
Yeah.
For the NXT Championship.
Ever since we thought Trick was the leader of Dark State, I thought it was gonna be Trick.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since last NXT, most recent NXT, I really think we're going for an Oba versus Trick. But I don't know why. I just don't see in a world we see this match with the title on it. I really think Javon's walking out as the champ.
Really?
I think Javon's in a place now where they're ready to pull the plug on him. He's had all these title matches in the past. He hasn't won. And I really think we're getting Oba and Trick next PLE without the title.
Interesting.
And I think the right place to put it is on Javon. I think Javon's just in a place right now. Because, look, Oba doesn't need a title. He doesn't need to be elevated anymore. Oba needs to focus more on storylines and stuff. He's done everything he needs to do right now, honestly. Take time off if I'm him. Trick just needs to get called up.
He does.
I don't want to put a title on him because he's just going to hold it even... He's going to stay there even longer. And I just don't like when the greatest match is just given for a... just for a feel-good moment and then just taken off the next few weeks.
Yeah.
Which I feel like Trick would be. And I just really want Javon to win.
Yeah. You've honestly convinced me. It's Javon.
Oh.
So let's run through that again. So, the women's fatal four-way.
I'll go through my answers and you go through your answers.
I got Julia.
Jordan Grace.
Fraxium tag match. I got Hang It Tank.
Fraxium.
Ricky Saints match. I got Ricky Saints.
Ricky Saints.
Tony D'Angelo versus Dark State match.
Dark State.
Dark State, yeah. Roxanne 3v3.
Roxy.
Zarya ladder match.
Zarya.
Yeah. And then I had Lola Vice. NXT title match.
Javon.
Okay.
Okay.
So our only different ones are the women's and...
Like all of them.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 41 match predictions. First, starting off, we have Jade Cargill versus Naomi. I think Jade wins this, to be honest.
Yeah.
Gunther versus Jay for the World Heavyweight Champion. Jay Uso.
I got Jay.
AJ Styles versus Logan Paul.
I got... Oh, man. This one's tough.
I have AJ Styles.
I'll take Logan Paul.
Looking at it right now, with the storyline between... Oh, but... Okay. This is my like, thinking about it. The storyline right now between Cross and AJ is Logan being bad since he's the newcomer. AJ being a vet and not thinking he can do it. But I don't want to give an answer without watching this week's episode.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this episode's going to throw me which way I think. I think if tonight's episode ends and Cross and AJ like on good terms, I think AJ wins. I think if it ends with them on bad terms, Logan wins.
Yeah.
Reasoning why, Cross will say, it works well when you're teamed with me, since AJ won. Or, you lost because you weren't teamed with me.
Yeah.
I think that's the way I see this. But I'm going to say AJ.
Yeah. I'm going to say Logan.
That was a lot of yap. LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship. We're going to add Solo and Randy in the match just for funsies. I know I said it earlier. I kind of changed my mind. I think it's going to be LA Knight retaining.
I'm going to say Jacob Fatu walks out with the title.
My thing is with that...
Just don't know what he's going to do with the title.
I don't really want him to win the title yet because I want the Solo versus Jacob to be more of a blood match than a title match. Does that make sense? I feel like if we get the title on it, it's going to water it down because it's for a title.
That's what happened to the Roman J SummerSlam match.
Yeah, the match is good. It was a blood feud, but then there's a title involved in it. It's just... Because then, like, title match, you can say, oh, I need my title. Like, I don't know. It's just... I think in the future, as I was saying earlier, Randy wins at Backlash. And I think eventually then we could see Jacob winning. I'm just going to say LA. I don't know.
Okay.
Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the Women's WWE Championship. Tiffy. I really will be very angry if it is a Charlotte Flair winning.
Oh, I don't want Charlotte as champ.
I don't either.
She is so bad right now, bro. Like, in WWE, she just lets her temper get the handle over.
But I don't even think that's... I think that's just her character that she's trying to be right now. Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez versus Bayley and Lyra for the women's tag team titles. Liv and Raquel.
Liv and Raquel, yeah.
Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor for the IC title. This is probably mine. I don't see Braun Breaker winning this. I don't see Penta winning this.
It's between Dom and Finn.
Honestly, I think for the feel-good moment, it needs to be Dom. But I think Dom loses it very soon to Finn. I think it's... Honestly, I think it... I could honestly see it before even Backlash happens.
That's crazy. Raw after...
I think Raw after Mania... Honestly, Raw after Mania, I think we get the Finn turn. Because I feel like that's how we get the story. I think if Finn wins, there's no story anymore.
There isn't. Because Dom would be happy for him.
Because Dom wouldn't really care. Because the thing is, he's not title oriented. He's just family oriented.
Yeah.
Finn is title oriented. If he wins, then he's happy.
And Dom's happy.
The only way we get a match, because honestly, I think we're in the lot. I've been saying this every year. I think we're in the final run for Judgment Day.
I would say Dom, yeah.
Yeah. And then with the rumors of JD McDonough coming back soon, I think it's just Dom and Carlito go with themselves, JD McDonough and Finn go with each other. So I'm going to take Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, yep, same.
Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano.
El Grande Americano.
I'll take Chad.
Whoa. Chad's not in that match.
El Grande Americano. Raw Raiders versus New Day for the World Tag Team Championship.
Yeah, they're women.
New Day.
New Day.
Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a street fight. Drew McIntyre. To God, give him a win.
Please.
Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship.
Io.
Bianca. I don't know. I just want Bianca versus Jade for the title so bad so Jade can win the title. And then really we just came off an EO title reign, so I don't really know who else she would face since she kind of was stale the last half. And I just don't want Rhea to win because I hate Rhea.
Yeah.
My thing is, it's like, who would she face? I'd rather have Io win the Bianca wins. Io then goes for IC title. That's the only way I'm happy. Make me happy. Yep. Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. Night 1 main event. Punk.
Seth.
I don't even know.
No.
I don't even know. It's like, don't think Roman's winning. I think Roman's taking the pin.
Roman's taking the pin.
Honestly, this is how I see this match playing out. I think Seth
just watches them fight each other.
I think the match ends with Seth on the outside watching Punk pin Roman. Just because anytime something bad happens for Seth, he's always just outside of the ring watching it happen. I don't know why. Anytime anything just the minor inconvenience for Seth, he's always outside of the ring watching it happen. Like when Drew got cashed in on, he was just outside. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena for the WWE Championship, Night 2 main event, WrestleMania main events. Cena.
And now on to wrestling news. We got Kamala, Dory Funk Sr., and Ivan Koloff are all WWE Hall of Fame legacy inductees.
Yippee!
There are rumors of Wardlow to confront TNT champion Adam Cole once he returns.
I just don't like Adam Cole as champ. It should have been Daniel Garcia. And what they did with Daniel Garcia getting turned on by FTR almost and getting backstabbed by or almost. I don't like this. Give Daniel Garcia the title back. Don't put him in a tag team with someone and then face FTR. Oh my god. Please don't make it be Cope and Daniel Garcia versus FTR. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Alex Hammerstone says the reason he left TNA is because he felt like they didn't care about him anymore.
Buddy, weren't you on NXT?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, they don't care about you. They put you on NXT. They put you on WWE.
It was revealed that WrestleMania Night 1 is likely to have 8 matches, while Night 2 is likely to have 7 matches. It currently has 7 and 6. So we could add the tag match and Selena match.
I hope so.
Oh, speaking of those, who would you say would win those? Just in case they happen.
Zelina.
I got Selena. Then for the tag match,
Pretty Deadly.
yeah, I'd take Pretty Deadly as well.
Because
The musical.
this is the whole I can see the musical happens. They win.
Yeah. It was ex-TNA commentator Josh Matthews was seen backstage at AEW Dynasty 2025.
I don't think any needs to know because don't tell me we just have random stars backstage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had Shane backstage. We had Sting backstage. We've had so many other people backstage. Hasn't led to anything.
Yeah, but he was like practicing commentary backstage.
It's also a commentator, so it's like
Yeah. Diamond Dallas Page says Zilla Fatu is coming along very well in his training and will be in WWE very soon.
Is it DDP inducting Lex Luger?
Yes, he wanted
Sting, but his contract said no.
Gunther signed a new WWE contract at the end of last year, and it came with getting a tour bus. The Undisputed Kingdom announced that they will now be called the Paragon.
I don't care. I mean, Undisputed Kingdom was just such a good name.
Mm-hmm.
The Paragon's just like a gay name. With a Paragon.
Steph D. Lander announced on Instagram that she is now engaged to Mance Warner.
Bye. Money
Money in the Bank is set to be in the Intuit Dome in Los Angeles on June 9th, 2025.
Yippee! I know it's been reported before, but we haven't always said that Paige has left AEW.
I think we did last week.
Oh.
But you just said it now just in case we didn't.
Well, Paige has left AEW. I don't think there's been rumors of her joining AEW, but I know she's talked about it a lot.
Mm-hmm. She has talked about it a lot. She says she hasn't talked to WWE yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I was building up too. NFL news.
NFL news. Micah Parsons has reported to voluntary work outs even though he doesn't have a new contract and he really wanted one.
I don't know why you would. I don't know. You could have.
Dolphins receiver Tyreek Hill was involved in a domestic incident. No charges were filed, though.
Yep. It was just him and his BM, his baby mama, saying Tyreek Hill is just not a good dad.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the daughter's life. He grabs the daughter, and then, yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
They filed for divorce again.
Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence is said to be limited for workouts now and is still dealing with an injury.
Last I've read is that he's still going to be good by the end of the spring.
Yeah. Veteran safety Justin Simmons is hoping to sign with the team before training camp starts.
I forgot Justin Simmons still isn't on the team.
Yeah.
My GOAT free agency for Madden. He's always there. He's still 90 overall.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think just trade him away, honestly, is what I'd do.
Yeah.
Trade him for Josh Allen earlier. Not my Josh Allen, not Bill's Josh Allen.
Chicago Bears slot cornerback Kyler Gordon got a 3-year, $13.3 million per year.
Who cares?
Saints quarterback Derek Carr has a shoulder injury and might be out for a long time.
I think it was the first half of the season, is what I've read.
Probably. And sure.
Yeah.
Sure. The Jacksonville Jaguars have picked up defensive lineman Trayvon Walker's 5th-year option.
Yay. I don't understand 5th-year options, really.
Yeah.
What's the point of them? You can just always just re-sign them next year for cheaper.
Yeah, that is true.
Unless they have like a fire season.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But
I'm happy with it because Trayvon Walker's good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like our only good defender.
Quarterback Joe Flacco is reuniting with the Browns after 1 year away with the Colts.
Yeah, he's that's the starting QB, guys.
Yeah.
They are picking up Abdul Carter. Hope you know this.
Deshaun Watson wants to come back better than before and prove the doubters wrong.
You know what? I like Deshaun. I hope he does.
The Houston Texans have extended Jalen Porter to make him the highest paid nickelback.
Does he deserve it?
No.
Yeah.
Cornerback Patrick Peterson is retiring with the Cardinals after 13 seasons in the NFL.
One of the greatest of all time.
Oh, 100%. Wide receiver Alan Lazard took a $9 million pay cut to stay with the New York Jets.
I would not. Why?
It's a good question.
I guess I think he's the number 1 now.
No, Garrett Wilson.
I guess, yeah. Number 2.
The Indianapolis Colts have cut kicker Matt Gay after being with the team for 2 seasons.
Yay.
Drew Lock signed a 2-year, $2.5 million deal with the Seattle Seahawks.
Again. I don't know why he went back.
NFL draft prospect Kyron Lacey took his own life after causing a car accident and death.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. I don't really know how to talk about this.
Yeah.
Next.
Moment of silence. Okay.
Yep. Anyways.
Titans cornerback L'Jarius Sneed is being sued for firing a shot at a car dealer lot.
That was so funny. I read that. I was just laughing. I don't care. You can pay that off. It's like pocket change to him.
Yeah. I think it was like $1 million fine or something like that.
It's like 1.5.
And that's it for NFL. Now on to March Madness.
Not really much. Florida beat Houston 65-63.
And that's how I got this belt.
Yep. Speaking of belts, you're putting those on the line for future.
Yes, I am. I'm putting both of them on this line this week in the season finale.
Yeah, we never really said that. The play-in currently is for the NBA playoffs. The play-in is Magic versus Heat, Hawks, Magic versus Hawks, Warrior versus Grizzlies, Bulls versus Heat, Kings versus Mavs.
Mm-hmm.
Battle of the mid. Besides Warrior versus Grizzlies, that'll be good. Besides that, nothing else is good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know who I want to win that. Okay, we have to get... Okay. I forgot how this works for play-in. It's...
So the winners go on to be the 7th seed. Losers go to face this 9-10s.
Okay. I have Magic winning.
Yeah, Magic winning as well.
Then I have Grizzlies winning.
I have the Warriors winning.
The only reason I would want Warriors to win is so just Draymond Green can get his Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
He should win it.
He should.
I guess they have Jimmy. I want Jimmy to get a ring. We'll give it to Warriors.
Okay.
Bulls versus Heat. Bulls.
Bulls.
I want Josh Giddey to do good. Josh Giddey put on his back.
Yeah.
Kings versus Mavs. As much as I want Kyrie to get a ring, he's not on the team right now. So,
yeah.
Kings.
So, East. So we got the Hawks versus the Heat.
Magic. Wait, Hawks. Wait, what did we say?
We both picked the Magic.
Okay, so it's Magic versus Heat?
No, it's because the Magic won.
Magic versus Bulls.
No, because the Magic won. They're the 7th seed.
Oh.
So the Hawks, since they lost, play the Heat. Wait, no, they play the Bulls. Hawks versus Bulls.
Bulls.
Bulls, yeah. So the Bulls are the 8th seed now.
Okay.
So then we get Grizzlies versus the Kings.
Grizzlies.
Okay, so now we'll run it down. West is Thunder 1, Rockets 2, Lakers 3, Nuggets 4, Clippers 5, Timberwolves 6, Lakers 7, and Grizzlies 8. Then on the East side, it is it is the Cavaliers 1, Celtics 2, Knicks 3, is it Pacers or... Yeah, Pacers 4, Bucks 5, Pistons 6, Magic 7, and Bulls 8.
Yeah.
So we'll go to the first round?
Pacers versus Bucks.
Yeah, and we'll see how many games we think it'll take for them to win.
Hopefully I'm going to these. I tried my best. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
But, I think it's a 4-0 shutout by the Pacers.
Really? I think it'll at least be 4-1 by the Pacers.
I think Pacers win.
Pacers.
Am I out of frame if I go like this? Not really.
Yeah.
I just don't think the Bucks are good enough to win a game. Giannis is good enough to win a game.
Dame might be back, I heard.
But that's the thing. Dame's back. He's been off of injury for a while. I don't know how well he's going to do.
Yeah.
Kyle Kuzma was balling like 2 games. That's it.
Yeah.
And I think Miles Turner's, this is his first like home. Since Pacers have home court, I really think it's gonna unlock something in Miles Turner, something in Obi, something in Tyrese. They're just gonna ball out.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pacers winning in 4-0 shutout.
I have 4-1.
Clippers versus Nuggets.
I got the Clippers winning 4-2.
This one's hard. Like,
I only solely have this because the Nuggets fired their coach.
I think I have, but the thing doesn't even mean anything. Jokic is basically Jokic.
True.
I think I have 4-3 Nuggets win.
Okay, so that's our first difference. Oh boy.
Pistons versus Knicks.
I got the Knicks 4-1.
As much as I want the Pistons to do good, as much as I want K to do good, again, I think it's a 4-1 shutout.
4-1? Okay.
Yeah.
Timberwolves versus Lakers. I got Lakers 4-0.
Lakers 5.
Lakers 5.
No, I think it's Lakers.
Lakers 5.
I don't 4.
4-1, I think.
I think 4-2.
Okay.
I don't like. I think I'm between 4-2, 4-3. I think 4-2.
Okay. Then we got the Magic versus the Celtics.
Celtics
4-0.
Celtics 4-0. Yeah.
Then we got the Rockets versus the Warriors. This thing is, Rockets are inexperienced in my opinion. They're basically the youngest team in the NBA.
Yeah, but their inexperience has brought them to greatness. So they're 4. Rockets 4-3.
I'm gonna take Warriors 4-3.
Okay.
Then we got the Bulls versus the Cavaliers.
Yeah, Bulls in 4-1.
Huh?
4-1.
You said who?
Oh, and Cavs 4-1. Sorry.
Yeah, Cavs 4-1. I was about to say.
I think because one thing I've seen with the Cavs, Dame has games where he does really bad. Like, doesn't do as good.
Who?
Dame. Not Dame. Oh my gosh. Donovan Mitchell. I always call him Dame. I don't know why. Donovan Mitchell. Spida always has like one game he does bad. I think he's gonna have one game he does bad. I think that's the game Josh Giddey does great and gets the win.
Then we have the Grizzlies versus Thunder. I think Thunder pulled off 4-0.
4-2 Thunder.
Okay. Second round. So the East winner of 4-5. So we both had the Pacers versus the Cavaliers. Pacers versus Cavaliers.
From the last 2 games we've seen, the Pacers have done good against the Cavs, but it's been really close games. And it's been with.
Have they been starting their starters though?
Oh, they both started their starters.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because Pacers were fighting home court advantage.
I didn't know if the Cavaliers started.
I mean, Dame was just out, so I mean, that really not Dame. Donovan Mitchell was out. Sorry, it's 2 D's and it was former Red teams. Donovan Mitchell was out. I think it's 4-1 Cavs.
I say 4-2 Cavs. Then we got I have the Clippers, you have the Nuggets, then versus the Thunder. I have Thunder winning 4-2.
I have Nuggets 4-3.
Really? Then we have Knicks versus Celtics.
Celtics 4-1.
I'm gonna take Celtics 4-2. Then you have we both have the Lakers. Then you have the Rockets. I have the Warriors. So for you, Lakers.
Lakers 4-1.
I'm gonna take Warriors 4-3. Then our conference finals. So we both have Cavaliers versus Celtics.
Celtics 4-1.
Cavaliers 4-2. And then we have Western.
Actually, no, I'm changing that. Celtics 4-0. They're demolishing the Cavs.
I got the Western Conference Finals. You have the the Nuggets versus the Lakers.
Oh my gosh. Like, who do I want to... LeBron and Luka or Jokic? Lakers 4-3.
Then I have the Warriors versus Thunder. I have the Thunder winning 4-2.
I have Lakers Celtics in my championship.
Mine is Thunder versus Cavs.
I think Lakers win 4-2.
I think the Thunder win 4-1. Then who's your Finals MVP?
Bronny James. No. I think Luka gonna ball out.
I think it's gonna be Dort for the Thunder. The Lucarius Stewart.
Yeah, I know who it is. It's just random.
I just didn't want to pick SGA, honestly.
Yeah, but you could have picked... Who was the other?
Isaiah Joe,
Tall guy. Chet. Yeah, you could just pick Chet.
I'll just pick Chet. There you go.
I don't know. I think Luka's going to be like... I think Luka's just going to be petty and ball out just because he's in the championship, not his home team.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's it for this season, guys.
So this is a season finale.
Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week. Really, nothing changed.
Yeah. New set, that's it.
Yeah, the season ending before. I don't know. Next week will be Raw, NXT, SmackDown, Wrestlemania Stand and Deliver results, NFL, WWE news,
NBA playoff
results and predictions, and whatever else we add for funsies.
Yep.
Until then, goodbye.
Peace.